Today, we're joined by Emille Bryant, president and founder of IKIGAI LLC. Emille is a veteran, author, speaker, business consultant, and life coach who helps leaders, founders, and teams reconnect with purpose, creativity, and sustainable success. His work blends military leadership, personal development, and strategic thinking to help people move beyond burnout and build lives and organizations with deeper meaning. Roll with us today.
Who am I? Emille Bryant. I am a solopreneur. I am a high-touch, bespoke, boutique consultant whose mission is to help people recover, uncover, and discover their Ikigai. Ikigai is the Japanese word that translates very colloquially to the reason why you woke up this morning. See, it's not purpose. Purpose is like this big, right? But when you know why you're waking up every morning, you tend not to hit the snooze button. You tend not to dread, right? Like that is the antithesis of what I do in my business. Is I help people individually, organizations, teams, and businesses solve this problem, is why they exist every day, right? So when I do that, it's a transformation. I don't necessarily look for transformation, but transformations are very common in my business because they recognize that for years they were misplaced. They weren't doing things that woke them up every day, and they got into a rut. They got into a habit pattern. So they call me and they say, Emille, my sales aren't going the way I want to. Now, let me tell you something. I am not the dude who's going to get you more money. I mean, if you work with me, you will get more money. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
But I'm not the dude to call if you want more money. I'm the dude when you don't have motivation to why you're doing what you're doing. When you know your product or your service is misaligned from your audience or your customer. That's my job, is to figure out why that misalignment happened, bring you back into alignment, and then give you the processes and skills necessary to take your where you wanted to go. Then you can go crazy. I like to say this. How much money does learning to play chess make you?
Well, in my case, it learned a lot because I was a graphic designer that laid out chess things for Pretty Much Chess magazine. But in most cases, no money.
No, it's not going to make you money, but is it a valuable skill?
Of course.
Right,
Play
because
chess
you understand from the nature of the work you did back with Chess Magazine that skill translates to so many different areas. So when I teach you chess, you said, what's my return on investment? I don't know. Because I'm teaching you
how you
core
leverage
skills.
it. Yes.
Right? That's how I see my work, is I'm teaching core skills. I'm teaching skills that have value across multiple dimensions in your life. So when you say, what's the ROI? And I tell you, I can't name it. But if you understand how valuable chess is, that's what I do. So now we can baseline whether or not chess is a valuable core skill for you and your team. Because I can't tell you, oh, if you spend $50,000 with Emille, you're going to get back $5 million. I can't tell you that.
Right.
But I can tell you that, would you like your people to be better chess players? And the answer is always yes. Yeah. And I said, why? And they say, because it teaches strategy. It teaches you delayed gratification. It teaches you how to outthink your opponent, how to think critically, how to play a game and simulate success so that you can understand how things work before they actually unfold in three-dimensional real life. So I say all that because as a bespoke solopreneur consultant, my solutions are not cookie cutter, right? You come to me, I don't know what the answer is. Those are my three favorite words as a consultant. I don't know. People are, well, wait, if you don't know, why am I hiring you? Because if you wanted a specific answer, you wouldn't need me.
Right.
The whole point of me coming to you as a consultant is because you don't know what you don't know. So I'm going to come in just as blind as you, but I have a different perspective. That's why I'm a consultant, because I come in and I don't have the luggage of the last 18 years of effort. I don't know that Bill is a hard head. I don't know that Sally is your superstar. I don't know none of that. I don't bring any of that bias into an engagement. So when I do my work, the first engagement I do, and usually as many as I can muster, are in person, so I can get that ambiance. I need to be in your space, in your face. I need to hear what's going on in the other rooms. I'm not trying to hire or fire. I'm trying to figure out what's going on, right? I need that radiation, that background noise, that funk. Because then I'm gonna tell you, you thought your problem was sales? Really, Bill is a terrible leader. Well, I know that. I want to make him better. No, you want to make him gone. You want to invite him to progress on a ladder outside of your organization.
Yeah. I love it. I love it. What inspired you to create this business, and where are you seeing, what problems are you seeing in leaders or business owners that just keep coming up? I know you alluded a little bit to that.
Foolishness. That's what got me to start this business. I was just on a whim one day and I said, I want a 90% pay cut, Emille. Okay. Because that's what it took to start this business, was a 90% pay cut. I was an idiot. Are you kidding me?
Ouch.
2016, I helped a dear friend and business partner work on a congressional campaign. Did not win, but successful in other ways. She is now the head of the state political party, and has a huge reputation all the way up to the White House. And part of that was just me recognizing that I couldn't go back to work the way I had left it. I was tired of working for people. Okay, I had been in the military for over 20 years, and I was through. They say in the neighborhood, through. THOO, right?
Right.
I was through, and I knew that. So I was working for a dear friend and business partner, and I told him, I said, I just can't come back. He's like, I understand. I hate it, and I'm mad at you. I said, I get it. He's like, I get it. I know. Right? Like, you spent your whole adult life having somebody else tell you what to do, where to go, and how to be, and what to wear. You need your own freedom. I said, I do. He's like, you're the freest motherfucker. I know. I said, okay, cool. So that's how I started my business. It was just recognizing that I needed freedom. But then the other thing that I saw over and over again in government service and in corporate side was that people were not being released to be their best creative self. You are a creative. As a graphic designer for a magazine, you are creative. So I would ask you, what do you think? I'm not intimidated by your skill. I'm not afraid of your creativity. I'm not afraid to let you run at pace, because you have training I don't have. You have brilliance I don't have. The military taught me that my team's training is my asset as a leader. So rather than fear their training, oh God, if he shines, he'll outshine me, and now he's going to take my job, I looked at it differently. I said, oh, you have training, you have skill. How do you solve this problem? And then I just brought everybody together, and I kept asking them as a group, how would you solve this problem? I do this, I do this, I do this. And pretty soon I was building these great teams, creative teams, highly effective teams that would outrun almost everybody else in the group, because they were looking at me like, what are you doing different? And I said, I'm giving them the opportunity to be great on their own accord. I'm trying to get out of their way and just sort of harness the horses and let them run.
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Do you think, and that was leading to the next question, you kind of answered it a little bit, that how did your Air Force and leadership background shape the way you coach today? I think you just alluded on that.
Well, see, there's this part that I really got to be, Kimberly, I really got to be real clear on. That the gap that I saw in the marketplace was that mid-level managers were scared of their teams. There was a lot of fear. I'm like, what is going on? I'm over here letting my team run, and you over there like holding your team down. And I found out there's this sort of subculture within corporate America that if you let people underneath you shine too brightly, they will eclipse you. I'm like, how do I get promoted but for making sure my people are ready to grow? I want one of these people to take my position so that I can elevate.
Yeah.
So I'm looking for people to replace me. They're looking for people to replace them as threats, not opportunities. That was my niche when I first started consulting.
Makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense.
Right? That was my niche. I brought a mentality from the Air Force that says, like when you're, especially in the Air Force, everybody is very well trained in a very specific skill set. You cannot accomplish your mission unless everybody contributes at the apex of their ability. So for me to fear that would be for me to denigrate all of the training and all of the energy and money that the Air Force put into someone.
Well,
I looked at it the same way in the civilian sector. I don't care if you could have an ulterior motive and want my job. I'm gonna take his job. You might. I'm gonna use even that motivation to make my team great. Because I don't fear you. What are you gonna do? Make me look good? Oh no.
Oh no. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Now, you talk about sustainable success. What does that mean beyond money, titles, or traditional achievement?
See, now you're gonna bring out my personality. This is messed up, okay, Kimberly? But since we from the neighborhood, we can talk. You watch people in giant corporate. So America has this problem. It idolizes the wrong people, and it does so consistently, and has since the late 80s, since the late 70s. It lionizes people who make lots of money and have crappy lives. They're unhealthy. They have terrible marriages, if at all. They have terrible relationships with their children, if at all. They have no redeeming quality outside of the fact that they made $1 billion. And they're on the cover of magazines and websites. And here's what I have observed. In trying to emulate that level of material success, people have burned themselves out. They've burned out their families, they've burned out their health, they've burned out their minds, they've burned out their spirits. They are literally getting to 55, 60 years old and they're soulless. Heartless. And they're fearless in absolutely the opposite way they should be. You should be scared of something, including dying. Not because dying is bad, but because you have something to live for. They don't. They've achieved incredible material success and have zero life in them.
Thanks for that. I want to piggyback on that a little bit, this question. Many founders struggle with burnout. Like you
For
think.
sure. That's why
Now,
I do what I do.
what are the early warning signs that they usually ignore?
Oh, it's a taste in your mouth. Are you kidding me? Every founder that is about to burn out has a taste in their mouth. Something's not right. They can taste it. They go, oh, this is ugly. In fact, I created a course called Awaken to Brazen Creativity. Awaken to Brazen Creativity. You can find it at brazencreativity.com. It's free.
Okay.
I don't even want your email. I give away more knowledge than I ever get paid for, okay? But I do this because the universe is smarter than I am, and the universe said, teach, I will take care of you. I have yet to miss a meal because of how much stuff I've given away. Okay? So I'm not scared to put my stuff out there. Like, you should monetize that. You should. Every time I try to monetize something, it took the soul out of me.
Yep, I understand that. I still don't sell my paintings too often and things like that just because of what you just said. Because I do it for me, and once it becomes a job, it's different.
God, you know, they say God takes care of fools and babes, and I am neither. Yet somehow I'm taken care of. So this is the thing that I see. So you see the precursor. It's a taste in the mouth. It's a lethargy. It's a desire to run away. So when I take a vacation, which is all the time because I work for myself, so I'm never at work, nor am I on vacation. I'm always just being, right? So wherever I am, I could be working, and my work could look like taking a walk out in the neighborhood. But when you see a person who doesn't derive any joy from any activities, they're likely just about to hit that pace where they're gonna say F it all. That's the symptom. It is a It is a taste, a smell. In my course, Awaken to Brazen Creativity, the term I use is amplified mediocrity.
Wow. Okay. I like that.
Right? Everything's okay.
Right.
Everything's good. Yeah. How was your vacation? That was good. We had fun. I wanted to live a life where I was celebrating. I grew up in Seattle, Washington, so you'll understand why I say this. But I wanted to live a life where I was celebrating something the same way the Seahawks were celebrating touchdowns. I wanted to celebrate something in my life the way the Seahawks celebrated when they won the Super Bowl. When do I get to celebrate with that kind of full body enthusiasm?
Right.
And I was like, yo, I'm not seeing the opportunity to celebrate with that kind of passion. And nor was I seeing it in business. People are so used to winning that they make billion-dollar deals and think that they screwed it up. They're bringing home $1 million and they still feel broke. I'm like, yo, what are you doing?
Right.
99.9999% of Americans, if they made $1 million a year, should be touchdown celebrating, dancing on rooftops. You don't see, even the richest Americans don't celebrate their wealth that way. Like you see the New York Knicks celebrating winning the championship this year. Or watching Oklahoma City win the championship. That's the Seattle Supersonics. Don't play with me. Right? This is where we have to have a different mentality. That's why I created Brazen Creativity, because we have to have a different mentality. We have to approach all of life differently. We have to have a different starting point. We have to shift the mindset from, I'm gonna make this Billy, to I'm gonna serve this community profitably. And if $1 billion comes, great. But if I serve this community, even better. So I teach business owners, and this is how we prevent burnout. We refocus business owners from making money to serving communities profitably. The profitably is last. Serve the community first. The community is your customer. It's your client. It's the people who value your product or your service. If I can get you to serve your community first, then we can figure out how to build the processes that make you profitable. We'll figure out where the excess is, where the waste is, where the opportunities are for you to really grow your business. And then, because of the way I think, the only way to really grow your business is organically, i.e. your growth capital is your next set of revenue so that you can build and keep control of your business. I talk to a lot of African-American business owners, and Black people in America have to have the mentality that I can grow my business organically. I don't want you going into a bank thinking that they're going to say no or yes. I want you to say, I don't need you. And when I finally do need you, you're going to come to me with offers before I come to you, because I built my business sound and fundamentally correct.
Okay. So let me ask you this. You talked a little about purpose and that playing a role, but how does it play a role with employee engagement, retention, and performance?
So when I was in the Air Force, I learned this lesson fairly young in the Air Force. And I've kept it all the way through all of my business consulting, even 35 years later. When you connect your most junior airmen to the strategic goal of the United States, they wake up ready to go. I'm not asking you to do a job. I'm asking you to contribute to the president's agenda, the president's object. If you can make this, I was an aircraft maintenance officer, right? So if you can keep this aircraft flying safely, ready to do its mission, the president can actually execute on the things that he says are important. Those presidential priorities come down to you. When I was in corporate, they weren't connecting the dots like that.
No, you're right.
They were leaving you as a cog in a machine, and the machine's output was just more money. I'm like, no, every CEO from Microsoft down, and I don't want to hear about mission, vision, goals. I don't want to hear that nonsense. I want every CEO, especially in small organizations, to be able to articulate to their most junior member. The NASA janitors felt pride when men walked on the moon because they knew that their job as janitors was that important, that they were seeing the effort of their work, the result of their effort on the moon. Janitors.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Right? So we have to connect every employee's daily 8 hours to the overall mission, and it can't be money. It has to be a community that's served. You have to say, because you did your job today, this community prospered. Remember back in the day when we were growing up, you go to McDonald's and they had a running count how many billions they were served? They don't have that no more. Remember that?
I never even noticed that, but you're right.
It went from 25 billion served to billions and billions served, and then they just did away with it altogether. So now, how does the employee, especially the one who's not at the point of sale, know that their job is to feed people who are hungry?
Right.
You got to make sure that every employee. Here's what I would do. Let me just give you an example of how I consult. Real quick. If I was to run a McDonald's or to consult with a McDonald's owner, I'd say this. I say, first and foremost, you got to start paying your people to clean bathrooms. So every shift, you need to have one designated person who does grounds, trash, and bathrooms. And you're going to pay them 50 cents an hour extra for that job. Right there, you're going to have a steady stream of volunteers who will take care of those 3 things every day. 50 cents an hour boost, grounds, trash, cleanup, janitor, floors, all of that. That's one person that's your job every shift. 50 cents an hour boost to your regular pay. They will fight each other for that position. Now you have someone who has a vested interest in taking on the worst jobs in the store. I'm going to pay you 25 cents an hour extra to open and 25 cents an hour extra to close. Because I want people who are motivated to do that. And then I want to make sure that I have a customer feedback system that I create through the McDonald's corporate structure, that when people are served well, I hear about it so that I can give them Employee of the Month and boost them up, because I want to big up all of my employees who are trying their hardest. Now, it's going to cost me some money and labor initially, but my McDonald's will outsell every McDonald's in the area, because it's not just my geographic location, it's my people's service attitude. My McDonald's will be cleaner. My people will be happier. They will be more likely to do that. And here's the really fun part. I will start doing a little bit of profit sharing, 5 to 8% profit sharing from the location with all my employees who vest after 6 months. Oh my gosh. You think I can't fix the McDonald's?
Right. Yeah.
Give me 6 weeks and watch what happens. That's just one thing that I see. This is how I do my consulting. If I walk in and I see that, I'm like, obviously you're not doing anything that promotes the kind of employee pride that connects them to the mission. Hey, how many hungry people came in here today? Sir, we have 1,500 people who came in here hungry. How did they leave? Full and happy.
Right.
Y'all did that today. I appreciate you every day for making sure hungry people give food. By the way, anything we have excess, we give away to the homeless. Boom, done. And people know at the end of the night, low key, we'll take care of you to the extent we can. We throw away no food. So the employees also know that we're taking care of the community.
Want to hear the rest of the interview and learn more about Go IKIGAI LLC? Visit rollinthecity.com or search for Emille Bryant on LinkedIn. Thanks for rolling with us. See you next time.